Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Storytell Cakes. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to do some brush embroidery onto your cake. I was totally inspired by this top that I bought and I was like, you know what, this is so cool, let's turn it into a cake. And here we have it, our cake. I'll also be showing you how to make royal icing and how to store royal icing as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to show you a really simple way to make royal icing for brush embroidery. Here I have 300 grams of icing sugar and I'm going to use a teaspoon of lemon, 50 grams of pasteurised eggs. To make your royal icing, you want to add in 50 grams of egg whites and a teaspoon of lemon and then gradually mix together with 300 grams of icing sugar. Remember to also have the icing sugar pre-sifted to avoid any clumps. I also recommend using pasteurised egg whites to avoid any contamination. You can use normal eggs, but just make sure you wash them before you crack them. When you get these nice peaks after 5 to 10 minutes, you know it's ready. Now colour 3/4 of your royal icing red and 1/4 of it green. When colouring royal icing, I like to use like a gel paste as opposed to liquid, because if you use liquid you'll find that it'll make the icing too runny. It's not that you can't use liquid, it just means that you might have to add a bit more icing sugar, whereas with gel paste, you don't really need to add anything extra. I like using a concentrated red food colouring. I know this looks kind of like burgundish, not even burgundish, it looks almost brown, but when you put it in the actual icing, it will go nice and red. So this is a Sugar Fair Super Red. Get out, girl. Here's a little trick for you guys. I'm using a large cup to help open the icing bag, and the tip I'm using is a round Wilton number 2. Don't put in too much because it's hard to pipe, so I would just say put in maybe 2 tablespoons worth. You can even tie it up if you want. So I'm gonna give it a bit of a knot. There we go. Here I have 3 flower cutters. It comes in a large, a medium and a small one. I'm going to use these flower cutters to imprint it onto the cake to create like kind of like a mark where we're going to put the royal icing on. I think these flower cutters go really well because they complement this nice rosy look. If you don't have flower cutters, that's absolutely fine. You can always just freehand it with some food grade pencil. Find an image on Google and then just trace it on a piece of baking paper and put it on the cake. Actually over here, I want to go for a look where it kind of like goes from the corner and upwards. So I'm going to go imprint here a little bit. There we go. And then I'll just take it from here and imprint it down. It doesn't have to be perfect because once you put raw icing in, it will all line it up anyway. There you go, that's nice. And I'm going to go for a middle one here too. So just going to indent it on the sides. Move it on top. Don't worry if you have marks like this, the royal icing will cover it later. And then lastly, I want to go for a smaller one on the inside. I'm going to go for another one here, but this time I'm just going to go for a medium and a small. So I'll just indent that there. And we'll just indent that there. I have here kind of like an angled brush. You can use a normal brush, but I like using an angled brush because it gives you the option of either like creating thin strokes or also thick strokes as well. You want to pipe in a zigzag motion to give more rhythm to the flower. Now with the brush, you don't want to just brush it on immediately. You want to add a little bit of water to it, but not too much, just a bit so the brush is a bit wet. I'm going to show you 2 ways. You can either just use the brush on this angle and stroke it downwards. So that's looking quite nice. I actually really like that. Or if you want to have a more wide effect, you can also use this side as well. So you can do this method as well. So that's quite nice as well. You see how this one's more strokish and this one's more flat? You just want to stroke it towards the middle. If it dries up a bit, just add a little bit of water. Don't add too much water because if you add too much water, it will start looking like melting together kind of a look. Unless it's the look you're going for, of course. Make sure to wipe your nozzle every now and then so it pipes out nice zigzags. What I love about this technique is it's so versatile. You can even use this on paint, so you don't even have to make it edible. You can like do it as a painting and just hang it up on your wall. I think it will look really cool. You can even do like 2 colors in the piping bag, so when you swipe it down, you'll get like this nice multicolor effect. So now we're going to add some leaves to the flower, just like the dress. To create the leaves, you can just freehand this, give it a bit of like a zigzag motion. I try pipe with my right hand, guys. Thumbs up for piping up with my right hand, because I'm left-handed. A little bit of water here. Try to go in a pattern of how the leaf looks. If you have a look at a leaf, it has like that kind of pattern where there's a line here, like just visualize a line. And it goes inwards. Actually, you could even draw a line down. I think it looks quite nice. Might even draw a line like that. So I also want to give you guys some handy tips on how to store your icing, because most likely you're gonna have some left. So how to store it to prevent it from drying out is to use just like a normal pin. Make sure it's clean. And then you just pop it through. Voila, magic, it's like a lid. And after this, you still want to make sure that it doesn't dry out. So get like a damp cloth. I've just put a little bit of water onto it, but it's not like running like wet or anything. And I'm gonna plop the icing bag here. Just wrap it all the way around. So in that way, our raw icing won't dry out. So you can store this, put it in a container. You can probably leave it for like a couple of hours before it starts to dry out. And if it dries out, it's really easy to fix. Just add a little bit of water, maybe like a teaspoon at a time. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It just goes to show that inspiration is everywhere. I found it off my dress. Can't wait to see what's next. And yeah, like I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something from it. If you have any questions, just pop it in the comment box below. Remember to subscribe for more tutorials, and I'll see you soon.